It's always an eventful day, isn't it? It always has to be an eventful, difficult day. But what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another post game here on Mets Central. And the Mets win 10-8 over the Detroit Tigers in game number 138 on the season. Chaotic. Chaotic is the way that I could describe this one best because it's never easy. And I'm kind of walking away from this game. Sorry, just getting distracted here, but I'm walking away from this game feeling eh. I feel eh. And it sucks because I'm very pleased with the fact that Juan Soto's on an absolute freaking tear right now. I'm pleased with the fact that this offense put up 10 runs, even though, again, a lot of it was being backpacked by Soto and Luis Torrens. How about him giving you a little bit of a multi-hit day? But I'm feeling because this pitching staff, unfortunately, has to ruin it. Pete Alonso, to an extent, made me very frustrated. So, for all the talk about Juan Soto and everything early on in the season, man, I mean, what a show he put on today. And you know what was really nice? If I'm going to start with a positive here, you know what was really nice? When Juan Soto came up with the bases loaded, it felt different than what it would have felt like a month ago even. A month ago, I would have said 4-3 ground out, put it in ink. And when he came up to the plate today, I'm like, he's going to come through one way or another. I don't know if it's a home run. I don't know if it's going to be a double. Whatever it is, he's going to come through in some way. And he hits his first grand slam as a Met, hopefully first of many grand slams as a Met. That's your positive. I mean, a lot outside of that, do you really have a lot, honestly? And that's kind of the part where it's like, I'm just frustrated because Sean Manaea once again gives no volume. And it's to the point where he can't go out there every 5 to 6 days anymore. If today didn't prove it enough, I don't know what more needs to be seen. That's the thing that I'm wondering is what more do we need to see until then? They got to shut him down and let him get his surgery, come back next season. I appreciate him trying to pitch through this. It's not working. And he's actively hurting the team. It's like I talked about with the Senga thing, where if he's truly hurt, he needs to sit out and not take the ball every 5 to 6 days because it is hurting this team. And it's a domino effect with this bullpen, which the bullpen, not as crisp as you'd like it today as well. So that's why I'm kind of feeling after this game. There were better defensive moments, at least, if you want another positive. But I don't know. I kind of just feel I'm not satisfied after this game. I'm not. And again, it sucks because I want to celebrate Juan Soto doing what he did. And it's great that he's coming through. And I want to be able to sit here and be pumped up after a win like this. I just can't do it. But leave a like on your way into the post-game show here, whether you're watching on replay or live. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, especially if you're Met fans, and turn on your notifications so you know when we upload or go live here on the channel. I mean, the frustration started right from the jump, though, because you get back-to-back walks from Lindor and Soto, Lindor stealing a bag as well, and then Alonso hitting into a double play. First of many frustrating moments. Manaea making his presence known early, allowing a leadoff home run. But credit to the offense for responding. I mean, Luis Torrens, he had a couple of bloop hits today, gets a double there, which ended up making it a 2-1 ball game. But then Manaea allowing another home run. Juan Soto, though, comes through with that grand slam in the 4th inning. Major credit to him there. And then you add in the bottom of the 4th inning, though. This is the thing that also annoyed me with Mendoza today. You saved your bullpen yesterday. You saved your bullpen. Why are you leaving Manaea in there to struggle? He should have been out a batter or two earlier than he was. It didn't matter in the end, but why was he out there for as long as he was? And why was no one warming up the second McKinstry hit that triple? Why did it take the Jones single for Gregory Soto to get up in the bullpen? That to me was very bizarre, very frustrating. And then in the fifth inning, I mean, him bringing in Stanek to throw wild pitches, and that brought in a run. But again, the offense response. Soto again coming through, triple. You have Nimmo coming through. But credit to the fact Cedric Mullins, I'm still pissed at him. I still don't want to see him playing, but credit to him. He made a nice grab to rob Wenzel Perez of a hit. Golf claps for Cedric Mullins, I guess. But there were a couple of other good defensive plays throughout the game, like I said. I mean, you had a really good play from Jeff McNeil as well on the ground out before that. So the defense helped out Tyler Rogers there big time because that inning could have gone so south, and you could have looked at either bases loaded with no outs, or you could have looked at 2-1 with no outs and a run comes in. Who the hell knows how that inning goes? But that's another thing. It's like with this bullpen, okay, Rogers got through the inning, but there's a lot of things that worried me throughout that inning that tell me what's going to happen next time he's out there. I don't know. But thankfully, they added on to the lead. And then Ryan Helsley again. Ryan Helsley can't even get through an inning. You can't get a frame from him. 5 pitches is all you could get from Helsley. And Mendoza, credit to him for doing the right thing, though, in that spot by pulling his ass. It's embarrassing that you can't get anything from Ryan Helsley right now. I mean, 5 pitches, 2 hits, 1 earned run. Unfortunately, Raley ended up allowing a run as well, but Diaz shut the door, and I'm not going to kill Raley for it because, again, he's been nails ever since they signed him outside of that one outing where he had that blow up. But it's just like, I just feel kind of after this game. And you had to burn your entire bullpen because Sean Manaea is going out there playing injured and not giving you anything. It is time to give Brandon Sproat the start the next time through the rotation. It's time. I can't keep doing this. I can't watch this bullpen have to get north of 15 outs every single time pretty much when him and Senga are on the mound. It's just not sustainable at all. Just very frustrating that this pitching staff can't get their shit together. And then even with the offense today too, like there were times where they could have done more damage, I felt. And it's hard to say that when they score 10 runs, I know, but again, it's just how much Juan Soto backpacked this team today, where it's going to happen. I mean, he's getting paid to do that, but you can't solely rely on that. You just can't. And, you know, Terens and McNeil, they had multi-hit games. Nimmo had an RBI, but like, where was Pete Alonso today? Where was Vientos? Where was Lindor? And then, oh my goodness, when they had Luis Terens bunting in that one spot, I wanted to punch a hole in my TV. The guy's 3 for 3 on the day, and you have him bunting? I wanted to vomit, to be honest with you, how many times I saw the Mets attempting the bunt in general today. I mean, Cedric Mullins hitting 7th, and he's going up there like he's a pitcher, bunting. I mean, come on, what are we doing? Again, it sucks that I have to talk like this is a loss today because I don't want to sit here and do this. I really don't. Like, I want to feel the way that I did after the Philly series where it was crisp baseball all around and I'm feeling good about this team going forward. I can't tell myself that beating up on an ancient fossil Charlie Morton and, you know, like, again, just with this pitching staff, I can't tell myself that this is good enough right now. I just can't. I'm sorry. And if you feel differently and you feel positive and I'm annoying you, then I don't know what to tell you and I'm sorry. Then you probably shouldn't be watching this. And I'm sorry. But I just can't bring myself to feel good about the way that they played on the diamond today. And again, it's unfortunate. I really don't want to sit here feeling this way. But listen, it does not matter if you going forward prove that you could score consistently and the pitching finds a way to dial in. I mean, if you could get Manaea and or Senga out of this rotation, I should say. Otherwise, I mean, nothing's going to change on that front. And these are guys that were projected to be in your playoff rotation that have now both been lapped by someone who made his major league debut this past week and someone that made their major league debut about 3 weeks ago. So I don't know. They still just got to get their shit together with this because you can't rely on being backpacked by Soto every game if you're the offense. And honestly, that's proven to be the case a little bit lately when you really think about it. That when Juan Soto's not going right now, it seems like this offense is not going. And then this pitching again. I mean, that part's just like truly unsustainable. And I don't know what you do anymore. Like, what's going to get Ryan Helsley right? Because to me, this has to go beyond tipping his pitches. How is this not fixed by now? If it's truly that, which I don't buy anymore. I don't know what it is. I truly do not know what it is anymore. But you have Gary being like, oh, it's like they know what's coming. Do they? Like, is it really that? I think he's just poorly locating his pitches on top of this. And I think if he truly is tipping his pitches, I think now he's overthinking what he's doing out there, and that's only hurting him more. I don't know what you do anymore to fix this, though. It's very scary. Gregory Soto didn't have a good outing for what, the fourth straight outing? Stanek is Stanek. Like a lot of this bullpen that we thought was going to be the super pen going forward. It's really difficult right now to sit here and feel good right now going forward. And the good news is there's time for it to change. It is early September, but when are we going to see it with some of these guys? I don't know. Again, I hate having to come away from a win annoyed, but this is just where we're at. And maybe it is that he can't pitch in New York. Maybe. And honestly, I mean, I can't sit here and disagree with this point that you have the best offensive month in franchise history and go 11-17 or whatever. Then I blame Stearns. I have to and have to in that regard. I blame him for the fact that he didn't call up McLean or Tong earlier. I mean, at least McLean. Tong, I understand a little bit more. Tong, I've definitely felt needed to at least get some AAA starts under his belt before coming up here. So that I could give a pass on. But like McLean should have been up way earlier. And at the deadline, I didn't love them not getting a starting pitcher. I really didn't. And that's why I half blame him because I don't blame him as much for the offseason as most people do because look at what starting pitchers were out there. Like realistically, who would have helped this team outside of Nick Pivetta, which I wanted him, don't get me wrong. But outside of that, who was fixing this? The deadline's where I have more of my problem, where it's like you probably should have overpaid a little bit to get a starting pitcher. When Manaea is clearly not healthy, Senga, I don't know what if it's health or the league's figured him out. I don't know which one it is. Maybe a mix of both. But all I know is that that's why I half blame Stearns. Because I can't sit here and fully blame him for the offseason. But the deadline I think is completely fair to sit here and criticize him for. When will the Mets make the call for Sproat from the minors for his major league debut? It better be next time Minaya is scheduled to pitch. I can tell you that. And in retrospect, Jack, they probably should have spent their assets more on a starting pitcher instead of a reliever that's giving you, I mean, not even an inning in the case of Ryan Helsley or Gregory Soto these days, too. It really sucks still to Minter getting hurt because he would have had more assets to work with. You don't have to trade for Gregory Soto in the first place. Yeah, this is the point. Just get the surgery. Get the damn surgery. And thank goodness for Soto. He's worth every penny is right. But he's not happy here. Just remember that. Both should not be in the rotation right now. Once McGill's ready to go, I'm sorry, I'm putting both. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm putting both Minaya and Sang on the IL, and I'm letting McGill and Sproat start. These guys are hurting the team. And it's sad that this is the case, that you're relying on two kids to carry this rotation. It's unfair to them as well. It really is unfair to both of them. And I think they have bright futures, but it sucks that now these kids have like very little margin for error going forward. I'm not saying they need to get an ace though. And I don't think anyone's saying that. I needed someone that could eat innings. That's what I needed. And if they weren't going to use Sproat down the stretch here, then you probably should have considered moving him for a guy that could actually eat innings. You should have maybe considered it. And I get that a cost controllable arm versus not a versus getting a deadline rental potentially, but you need somebody at this deadline that could eat innings. And I know there weren't a lot of starting pitching options out there, but I wish they got a little aggressive to make something happen. I truly do, because this is just not good enough. The guy that I really wanted at the deadline was either Mitch Keller or Merrill Kelly. Those were the guys that I was looking at and saying, you bring those in and they could just simply eat innings. And Merrill Kelly really fits the profile of what we heard going into the deadline, that they were trying to get someone that could be a playoff starting pitcher. I mean, Merrill Kelly would have been perfect. And even just looking at what he's done since he's arrived in Texas, outside of one start, consistently giving 6 to 7 innings with 2 to 3 earned run ball outside of that one start he had. You put that in this rotation, telling you things would be very drastically different right now. And I don't know what the cost would have been to get him, but it might have been worth it to get aggressive. Who knows? But either way, I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live next. And I'll see you guys in the next one.